Good evening. The FDC House seems to be in disarray, with some party members opting to run as independents, while others joining now new political parties. The party also seems to have disagreed with some of its leaders in Kasese district, where FDC won most of the elective positions in 2016. But with just months to the 2021 polls, FDC could be facing an uphill task to wrestle power away from NRM, or even to retain its position as the biggest opposition political party. Tonight, as we look into the internal squabbles within FDC, we host the party Secretary General Nathan Nandala Mafabi and Kampala woman MP Nabila Nagai Sempala. Well, I just brought those pictures of Najana Nkumbi on Tuesday. That also included one of my guests that is here. And we also have the Secretary General of the party, the Honorable Nandala Mafabi and the Honorable Nabila Nagai Sempala. Both of you, we thank you for having responded to our invitation. And the spotlight of the nation is on you. Let me begin with you, Honorable Nabila. What was that?
I don't know. I don't know. To be clear, I also don't know. I went to the party to return nomination forms, and that's what met me.
You have not been, well, as a reporter, I've seen you less at the party headquarters, or even less even the FDC activities, especially when they are being tear-gassed. And I'm wondering...
Tear-gassed?
Well, I've seen the Nandalas and Dr. Besiji and Patrick Amariat, being tear-gassed. But that's not the issue. The issue is, the pulse of the city is that Nabila has been like no show, and you appear at Najana Nkumbi, and this happens.
Well, I'm FDC. And I think the caption of the introduction to this discussion today was, FDC is the leading opposition party. Why is it the leading opposition party? I'm one of the numbers that make up for the party to be the leading opposition party. I'm FDC, and I don't know otherwise.
So if you could describe what you saw, because I saw you in the images standing by when guys were exchanging almost blows before your eyes. What was going on? What did you see? What did you hear?
Well, you've said I'm rarely at Najana Nkumbi. That's precisely why some of us choose to stay out from Najana Nkumbi. Because the scenes that you see or you saw are the ones usually that meet anyone who is deemed maybe, I don't know. Because you rarely meet any credible people at Najana Nkumbi. Those are the youth who hang around Najana Nkumbi.
Wait a minute. You have the FDC party president, Patrick Amariat. You have the FDC Secretary General with you here, the Honorable Nandala Mafabi. These are credible people.
Kamara, I came for the talk show on the spot. But as I was coming through, of course, I didn't meet you at the door. By the time I got the door, if I meet hostile people at the door, you mean you say they're credible people inside, but that's the entrance. And that's what
you know what? People at the entrance of NTV are part of the NTV group. And if they handle you badly there, I am partly to blame. So are these people partly to blame?
Well, he's the Secretary General.
Okay, let me understand this. You are trying to wrestle power from the NRM. You have the woman member of parliament representing Kampala. She goes to the party headquarters and you see a melee. For heaven's sake, if this is how you behave or your people behave, or those around you behave, how should Ugandans, why should Ugandans trust people like you, Honorable Nandala Mafabi? You are the Secretary General, the engine of the party. That is a stain on the conscience of the party.
Thank you very much, Kamara. And also, I want to say good evening, listeners. Yes, I'm the Secretary General of the party, and I have a constitution here which I will refer to most of the time. But what you see there is just quite very bad. And this reminds me of what Mzee Museveni said, that by 2021, there will be no opposition. And who are opposition? Of course, we have members. I have seen Honorable Nabila said she is an opposition, but you see how we act clearly shows maybe we are the one which Museveni was meaning that there will be an opposition by 2020.
So, as Secretary General of the party, Honorable Nathan, are you tonight going to apologize to the people of Uganda for what happened at your party headquarters?
Yeah, that's why I'm coming. That's why I'm saying, you know, you have asked a good question to begin with. When did Honorable Nabila stop coming to Najanakumbi? She knows she hasn't answered. Because that is her headquarters.
In fact, she has answered. She said because of things like this,
that's why
she stays away.
She stays away. I'm going to put the case. You just want you to answer. That shows that she doesn't come to the party headquarters, no. You asked, are there credible people there? She said they're not there. She's the one who is credible, who should have been there to make it more what? Credible. For us, all of us there, uncredible. But I will start with the constitution of FDC. It says, duties of a member. I want you to be patient and so that the public also. That's Article 12, duties. It's the duty of every member to A, protect the name of the party. Protect the name of the party. So do you see there somebody protecting the name of the party? B, work honestly and efficiently for the party. C, promote the aims and objectives of the party. D, register and vote. E, pay his or her party dues. F, convert support for the party. Now, having read that, to cease to be a member, I can read only one clause again. It is 12E. It says, engaging in activities hostile to the party. I have come here today with documents to show you the conduct of Honorable Nabila, which I will share with you. This one is called FDC Commitment Form for 2016 General Elections. Get a copy, I'll give her a copy.
No, I know it.
She has it. She has signed it. Now let me tell you what they say it says. Of course, you see her details are there, her name is there, and a consent for the position of Kampala Woman Representative. Now this is what it says. I will support and remain committed to the goal, objectives, and the fundamental principles and the values of the Forum for Democratic Change, FDC. That's number one. Number two, I support the Constitution, which I've just read, and all other policy documents of the Forum for Democratic Change. Number three, in the event that I am elected in the above position, you remember, in the event that I'm elected in the above position, I support and I will contribute a monthly fee as will be determined by National Executive Committee of FDC. And indeed, Honorable Nabila was elected. Now, when he was elected, NEC sat and passed money. She's here, she doesn't contribute. And how can a party grow? Because even you have read the Constitution that a member will be paying monthly, his dues passed. So how can you say I'm a member when
Mr. Secretary General, so you are a party in total disarray, aren't you?
No, not in disarray. Because I want to make it clear. You see, Mr. Kamara,
you have a woman MP representing Kampala, just Kampala, which is like the heart of Uganda, and not paying her dues to the party.
And that's what shows that FDC...
And all of you are in parliament?
Yes.
And you meet every day?
Yeah, that's what shows that FDC is a tolerant party. That's why I was trying to explain. If it wasn't tolerant, only this would have gone to court. But I want to make it so clear. That's why you see, I'll give you a background of how Honorable Nabira came to Parliament. Her first election, she just only put her name and a key, and Dr. Besige campaigned, and she got all the votes and won, and went to Parliament. Immediately, we even made her a leader in Parliament. I'm giving you this, she was a chair. The next campaign was the same. The last campaign again, in 2016, Honorable Nabira was nowhere in FDC. She came and even, but we have said, okay, for us we're tolerant. It's a younger party growing. We signed for it. If Dr. Mugaruadan is listening to me, he knows what went through. And the mama of Nani, of Rubaga Wekitibwa, Sebugwao, we signed and sent her to Parliament. But you recall even in the campaigns, she came in the last campaign. You remember when they were arresting a doctor? She had, even we have information, she had to bribe policemen to be arrested so that she can be noticed that she's near a doctor.
God.
And that is to show you the habit
wait a
of
minute, because
just
wait,
let me make it. I'm here.
The two of you, do you know what you're doing to your party?
So that's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm saying. Now, because of that, I wanted to make
Do you know right now you're wallowing in the mud?
No,
for FDC.
That's why to say that. That's why you saw.
A few months to the general election.
That's why I'm saying you saw that. So what I'm trying to put across is that as a party, such members, we have them. We keep quiet. We move on. That's when you see Honorable Nabira now was going to be nominated. So I have to give you another next document. She came with a nomination paper. Here it is. If she has it, I can. If you don't have it, I can give it. You have it. Now our nomination paper are very clear. You have seen. These were papers. These were the ones they went and printed. Because if she says she went to anywhere and picked a form, you sign for the form. Tell us, did you go to the party headquarters and sign for this form? Did you go to any district in Kampala and pick? Tell us, we're here, and we will be here, and everybody is listening.
Okay.
Now, that one clearly shows what type of people we're dealing with.
Yeah,
and now, because you're dealing with such people, now you can know that the reason why Dr. Museveni said there will be no opposition in 2020 is because there are people who behave to be opposition, but in the reality to make parties look as you saw. So what am I putting across? As FDC, these are the people who had wanted it to die day one. But we have insisted we're there to call us that we're not credible on here, yet we're credible. We have kept the party for you, which you have been away, and you come, you want to be nominated. You recall during the age limit, she ran away. She ran away.
What do you mean she ran away?
To ask her, did she vote? Was she in Parliament? Did you vote? These are people you can see during OTT.
So,
was she there?
Mr. Kamara.
All right.
So
I think we should have a balanced time.
Yeah, you're going to get your time. You're going to get your time. Why are you panicking? I'm here.
No, it's not about panicking.
Don't worry. I'm here. And I'm going to
why are you here? To take all the time?
But you're going to be given time.
No, Mr. Kamara.
Okay.
I think we should take time.
Okay, just
let me get the make case. So when you had
wait. This is what we're going to do, one at a time. Honorable Nabila Sagai.
All I can say is, I'm so saddened that we have political actors in the real sense who are very experienced in theater. And for someone to sit here and say, I just came to Kampala, put FDC, as if FDC didn't have candidates in all the slots of Kampala. Out of 9 seats of Kampala, we had 2. So if it was just me putting a poster, and that's how people patronize others. FDC is so big, you just put your poster, and well, you fly to Parliament. That's an instance of patronage. You patronize people because there's a key. Out of the 9 slots, why didn't they all fly into Parliament? Because I think we fronted people throughout the time. I don't know why that is so. Number 2, I came to Parliament, and in Kampala, if we recall in 2006, it was Haji Sebagala. Without Haji Sebagala, no one made it in Kampala. That's very true. I think we want to delete and minimize
There was
history.
even a slogan called
Hajalagidi. Yes.
Okay.
So I think we have selective memory of Kampala. When I joined FDC, I committed myself to that party, which I still commit to. But 2011, fast forward. 2011, I got through very tough primaries in which there was a scuffle on duplicate voter registers for my primary in 2011. That is on record. The same things we say, the electoral reforms we need, is that we should display voter registers. FDC has not done that internally. We had to force the genuine voter register out of Najanankumbi. That's 2011. I went through the party primaries. They were very contested. And after I won as woman MP Kampala, the independent candidate whom I trounced was moving on the platform with Dr. Besigye and myself. You know, Ugandans, let's be honest for once. That's 2011. 2016, the good-minded leadership of the FDC, do you know that my lawyers had threatened to sue the party for my nomination papers to be stamped? I think I've been very decent with my party. And when I finished even the nominations, there was an independent candidate, not even FDC, who was moving with Dr. Besigye, the FDC flag bearer. And you know what he would say? There is, for the woman MP in Kampala, there is one who holds the key, Nabila Oye. But then again, there is my friend and lawyer, Shifra Lukwago. You have between the two of them. That's the good leadership of the party that they're talking about. No wonder when that happened to many of my colleagues, you know very well that Beatrice Anyoa had issues around TDA. She came for the ticket, they said, "You're over our dead bodies." That's how they've been hounding members of parliament who refuse to be threatened and undermined in the party. Good cadres. I am a politician because I'm a citizen of this country. There's a party that's a public institution that said, you know, this is a membership position. And I've been struggling to even hold the ticket. So for me, there's never been a disciplinary action against Dr. Besigye. But we are the bad apples. I think there are people who are above the party constitution. And when the Secretary General, in light of all that, talks about the constitution, who should uphold it and who shouldn't? So I think we have double standards in the party. We have politics of patronage in FDC. And we have individuals who think they're above the party. And for me to question the actions of those who cannot be subjected to the disciplinary committee, they get the papers out. You're supposed to pay. I pay for dues. I get the party nominations. I contribute to the party. And then you bring an independent candidate who has nothing to do with the party to stand on the same platform of FDC. And so you have a choice between the FDC and any other one. That's the party he's talking about.
Mr. Secretary General, those are very serious words from the Honorable Nabila.
Yes, I think I'm happy to hear that.
If you are running a country, you'll be the prime minister of the country.
I'm happy,
and really,
I'm happy that these things have come out, Kamala. This abuse of disorder. In Kampala, if you are saying Haji Alagide, Haji, what party was he? There are parties here. Why did you choose to go for FDC if you know Haji alone would make you go through?
This is making a reference of the 2011.
The moment you go to a party, you have gone there, you must abide by it, regulations. For you to come and say the constitution of FDC is subject to Haja Lagide, I feel so really, so disheartened. Let me give you a example. You say you cannot even contribute. How do you use the FDC platform? You elected a woman MP for 63 consecutive years, terms. You don't even contribute money to a party. You say because you had a nasty primaries, you cannot contribute. What is the purpose? The law, if you are saying this is a constitution, which you want to be subjected, it says you must pay your dues. But you have not denied that you don't.
No, let me tell you, I hold a party card. Those are my dues. That is not constitutional.
You see,
it is subject.
You see, let me tell you, if a woman can sign an agreement, which I've showed you, and in the public she denies it, what about when she has just said by mouth? A woman to sign an agreement. I've shown you the agreement. She signed a commitment.
Why are you saying a woman?
A woman, of course, women are trusted, are more genuine than men. But a woman to sign an agreement and deny. What about if she has just told it verbally? It shows you that these are political hawkers who look for honor as long as they can attain what they want. Then they want to use and run away.
So,
that's why you can see.
I can see.
He has not denied that all that happened.
The Honorable Nabila
I'm now coming
seems to say she has done what is required of her to the party. The Secretary General is saying you have given her a platform. So it's like all of you are not satisfied.
Yeah, that's why I'm coming now. What I'm coming, I've got. She has said that what? She has said there was an election in 2011. Let her produce where she said she complained the party and took the procedure.
Oh my God.
I will tell you, for me, I stood in 2012 for FDC president. I had issues. There was a commission. You remember where it was set, and it went through. Whatever it decided, we went by it.
How? Oh my God. Do you know that after 2012, the team that didn't win left the party and undermined all decisions of the party? We are talking about people who have mastered the art of intrigue, the art of public display, but internally there is death in the party.
So you can see. Now I'm going to explain who left the party. I remained a member who contributed my money. Even there is no single day I missed. That's why the record is very clean. When I lost the FDC presidency, I left the law office. I continued paying because I wasn't made to be a LOP. I was meant to be a member of FDC and who should be loyal to my party and do what it's supposed to do. Now, for me, I would be wrong to say that having used the platform of FDC, I start abusing it. A party FDC has been built on sweat and blood.
Okay.
But let me just make one case.
I just want to change it
just
because
make one blood and
it
sweat.
appears, Honorable Nabila, appears to be the winning formula for FDC in Kampala. Why do you want to change?
Exactly,
why do you want to change your winning formula?
No, that's what I was saying.
Because if she has won 3 times, that's an individual you need on your side. Because that's a formula that's winning for FDC.
But someone is not even talking about the money that the party, as Secretary General, they get from taxpayers through iPod.
Which iPod? Let me.
Oh my God!
You see, I want to make again clear.
Okay.
You see, the reason that's why they don't know what is happening. iPod is inter-party organization dialogue. It has no budget as iPod. You see, that's why they make mistakes.
Is he honest that FDC has never received money?
What do you know what iPod?
You receive money from government, and
yes,
it comes according to the number of
members of parliament.
Exactly.
So Nabila being there also increases on the kind of money.
And now they want even to milk more.
No, that's now you're coming. Now, where do we get money? It's not iPod. It's called through Electoral Commission.
Yes.
That's why she doesn't know.
No, iPod inter-party, because that's where you negotiate.
No. It's the law. Now you can imagine. That's why Kampala has a problem.
No, let me tell you.
The law says, please go and
when it comes to money,
let me tell
these people want to milk all the money they can get from any
Okay, what is not in contention is that you receive money from government.
Yes, but what we were paying the money is from Electoral Commission. Under the law, it is given according to the strength of members.
And she adds on the strength.
And I add that.
Yes, she adds.
Okay.
But let me come back. As a party which is growing, we need to be late. Now, that's why a party must contribute, and that's why a commitment is there. And this commitment is paid by members who really want the party to grow. If a member refuses to do it, because government taxpayer money is not your contribution.
Why not?
It's a taxpayer's
Why
contribution.
not?
It's for you, it's your number.
The number,
It's
yes.
your number. But for
on
you,
behalf of the people of Kampala,
Yeah, no,
where I campaign, I add value, and that money
Honorable
comes
Nabila,
to...
does it make sense for you to sign this paper that you are going to make a contribution and you don't, and at the end of the day, you take your nomination
There
to be stamped?
petitions.
no, do you,
We
you have
are
asked
in
us-
Parliament. We are in Parliament. And when we complain...
Is it fair that you sign a commitment that you're going to contribute a certain amount of money and you don't? At the end of it all, you go to the same people seeking to stamp
Who
your
is
papers.
the same people?
The same party headquarters.
Let
the
me,
same, the same
now
Secretary
I
General.
want us to start from there. A party that undermines my candidature whenever I come in. And of course, there are underlying issues. We don't wash all the dirty linen. When you know that individuals undermine the party and the party constitution, but they're above it. I've cited reasons twice where the flag bearer of the party, and at the time was also party president, flaunted the party constitution by supporting an independent candidate on the same platform. Even at the worst, NRM has not done that.
Why didn't you try to look for the mechanism within the party and address that issue? Did you do that?
We did. But who can call Dr. Besigye to a disciplinary?
You see, let me tell you, Kamara, I think you see people have become personal, but you must be very careful in sometimes. You must even in your mind know that some people have contributed to your well-being. And if they have done, it's very bad to come and abuse.
So they should patronize
No,
us?
no, there's no patronage. I can tell you Dr. Besigye has patronized nobody. Then if you are saying patronage, you should have patronized me.
So why are you bringing it up?
So now why I'm bringing up here?
I'm supposed to be, forever, eternally grateful?
So what do you mean?
What do you mean some people have contributed to well-being?
Yes. You see, let me tell you, I've just told you. You remember I've showed 2016, she denied how they were arrested her.
Oh my God.
They arrested her
Let me
because she
tell
had
you,
boy policemen.
you know what? I think these are the people
but let me
who
tell you,
instigate propaganda. If you want to tell me that scene, one, we were campaigning. Two, we were at Ginger Road. Where would I have, I'm with Dr. Besigye, my car is next to him, he's in Mbale. Then he cites an incident where we are cordoned off. We are with Dr. Besigye. My team
so why
is
do
the
you go
one
to him
security.
if he's not right? Why
He
do you
was
go
the flag bearer and he's in
why
Kampala.
do you go to him?
What is it? Because he was the flag bearer. It was an FDC
Double
campaign
standards.
rally. So you think I should have left the convoy? By the way, I organized. And when they say contributing to the party, the party of FDC enjoys majority councillorship at City Hall. I single-handedly recruited the candidates, campaigned for them. That is not mentioned as a contribution. Because 2011, we had two councillors for City Hall.
Okay, so now it looks like you are in a collusion course of sorts.
No, it's not.
And yet you are supposed to be.
Let me make it clear.
You're supposed to be on the same side of the
I
show.
want to state that we are not in a collusion state. And let me be again clear here that if this is not a prison, we don't arrest anyone. It's a free entry, free exit.
That's the talk.
And it will continue.
FDC
and it's
is a party. You know, parties
You see-
don't exist to do any other business, but to front candidates for election.
No.
That's the main.
Anyway, let me.
That's the main job of a party.
That's what we're trying to do now. That's why the reason we're coming here, that we have done it in Kampala for Honorable Nabila 3 times. And we have got the benefits of being abused as a party. But let me make one case. Because of that, it does not mean that Honorable Nabila should use it to come and attack a party headquarters.
But who is the
But
party?
you wanted me to speak. Let me speak so that.
One at a time. Okay.
So you cannot come and attack a party headquarters because all the last 5 years almost, you haven't been there. You are coming because you are looking for one thing. And you said this party patronizes. This party I cannot contribute. This party I will not follow the constitution. Now you will say election is coming. You are coming and saying you want to do X, Y. I have already stated, and I will continue to state as the Secretary General. This constitution gives me the power that I am the principal executive person in the party and the accounting officer. I don't want to account for sources of money, but even the members. Now, in the membership, I will account for members who are real members, not those who pretend to be members, yet they are not. It's like carrying a load, which I want to do here. You have a stone you are carrying, you assume you are 10 people, yet it is only 2 who are carrying, the 8 are pushing the stone back. You rather say the 8 go aside, then we carry the stone.
God.
And that's why we're saying this. If Honorable Nabila believes that he was the one making the party to survive, he has not, we have not refused him, he's free to go wherever he wants. But also to make sure that, you see, whenever we need it, and I want to apologize to the people of Kampala, that if you want to know how many times you have been represented in parliament by Honorable Nabila, you go and they answered, or you go and attendance to confirm. 2, when we had real contentious issues to be dealt with, you would rather have been there to say yes, but not to run away. Yes, did you vote on age limit?
Kamara,
you should have been there to say yes or no. Would have known.
The culture of FDC.
Please let me, and for us as FDC.
Can I respond?
But let me finish.
No,
so
you've asked me a
2,
question.
let me make my case.
You've asked me a question. Can I respond to
all right.
it?
Honorable Nabila.
He has asked me, were you? First of all, to shame a member of parliament, a member of your party, who was on sick leave at that time.
Why didn't you die if you were sick?
Oh my God. This is the level.
You can lie.
No, you know what?
You know what you're
You
just
know
saying?
what? No, I'm getting out. I'm getting out. That
Okay.
why didn't you die? How can she tell me why didn't you die?
You know,
No.
Honorable Nabila.
Kamara, I should be protected.
Yes, this is what I'm going
When
to do.
someone tells me, why didn't you
This is what's
die?
going to happen.
Nandala.
This is what's going to happen.
Civility
Take
is
that seat.
needed.
Some of these words are not going to be accepted.
No.
You take a seat.
And that's the level.
Yes, you take a seat.
I should die?
Yes, you take a seat. Welcome back. You're watching On the Spot. My name is Patrick Amara, and my guest this evening, the Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi, Secretary General of the Forum for Democratic Change, and Honorable Nabila Nagai Sempala, woman MP representing Kampala. And we're discussing about some of the challenges they are facing as a party. And I'm going to give more rules of engagement here. That we're going to speak one at a time, that we're going to respect divergent opinions, that we're going to respect each other, especially when we even disagree. And civility must be respected at all times in the discussion. And that Honorable Nathan, in my view, was out of order to say the word she said before we took a break.
That I should have died?
And so that kind of language is not going to be accepted, neither from Nandala Mafabi or Honorable Nabila. The two of them are honorable members of parliament, and we expect them to behave in a manner that is honorable. I understand you want to change gear in terms of your politics.
Kamara?
Yes.
I know if you see something like this happen on a public talk show where the honorable leadership of the party can publicly state on TV that, by the way, you should have died. What do you think goes on behind the scenes, outside the lenses of these cameras? The party is toxic, there is harassment, there is abuse, and no wonder we have individuals. You know, Najala Nkumbi has a compound, and there is a printery behind. I think media people who've been there know. It is now a den where they recruit individuals who they feed on marijuana to attack people with divergent views. Those who are deemed moles in FDC, he said, these are the people. It is worse. Now, they don't use that language. They are not there when their back dogs are attacking individual members of the party. So those of us who want to have some dignity in our lives, we stay away from a party that keeps individuals who they intoxicate intentionally. People of Kampala don't attack passerbys. No, they don't. But
okay, let me do this. I'm going to ask my producer, because it's not only the Honorable Nabila Sempala who seems to be having a problem with you. I've seen Honorable Odongoto is actually threatening to quit, and far away from Kampala in Aru County in northern Uganda. Let me ask my producer to bring in what Honorable Odongoto says, because the issue is bigger than just Kampala.
I will announce soon. I'm definitely leaving FDC. I may swallow my vomit and go back to DP. I may choose another political party. I may run independent, but at least for FDC, I really wish them well. I will not be participating in their activities. But I made this decision 3 years ago because it looks like the party is not interested in state power. Other than Besigye, who is committed, all the other actors are not. They are not interested in state power. All the party activities, walk to work, I am there. Toji Kwatako, I am there. City riots and demonstrations, I am in the leadership. When it comes to times of rewarding committee positions, chairpersons, I am nowhere. They reward people who are nowhere, like those who are currently chairperson of PAC. What?
And I think, let me take you to Kasese, because also in Kasese you seem to have had a problem there, so that we can just finish this. The Honorable, I think, Mbaju, when he was trying to pick nomination forms, my producer will play that.
I have engaged the party leadership, not once, not twice. In fact, I was at party headquarters 10 times over the same. I was at the district headquarters 6 times over the same. But these issues could not be resolved. But my people know that I have done my best, trying to resolve this issue, trying to make sure I carry the card. And they know that if I participated and I became nominated to contest on that position, I would eventually win. But even if they don't, I want to assure you, come the next parliament, 2021, the 11th parliament, I will be a member of parliament here.
But when I took the copy of the expression of interest forms to the party branch in Kasese, the chairman went into an outburst and threw them back to me. And I did not see any reason whatsoever to proceed filling and submitting the nomination forms. And I took a decision to, first of all, continue exercising my rights as a citizen, my constitutional right, to contest and seek re-election for the position of Member of Parliament for Kasese municipality. And I'm going to run as an independent.
Okay. You know, Honorable Nandala Mafabi, I've taken you to Gulu, I've taken you to Kasese, you have an issue in Kampala, and you are the engine of the party. You are like the chief executive of the party. What's going on in FDC?
Thank you very much. I think you have done good to bring all those, and we're going to explain all of them. First of all, to begin with, I want to withdraw the statement of saying Honorable Nabila would have died.
Thank you very much.
And what I was trying to say, but of course in our place I wanted to say that for us they say, I was about to say that in our culture, if you have an assignment to do, whether you are what or what, you will die on the job. That's how I wanted to put. But I've withdrawn if it has taken it that way. And luckily enough, her mother is from Bugiso, and I would imagine she knows it. Now, having said that, I'm going to go through all of those ones. Odongoto has said that for him is withdrawing, and he's saying Dr. Besigye is the only opposition of hers, which is really there. And Honorable Nabila is saying Besigye is nothing. You understand? These are two contradictory statements.
did I say it's nothing?
No, you said he's patronizing is what? But Dr. Odongoto,
Oh my God.
you said it. Please, you
You,
make it.
why do you throw
But
words
let me make
in
it and
people's mouth?
let me you will respond. Now, you know me, I'm a very good listener.
Oh
I
my
keep
God.
quiet and
One at
talk.
a time.
I talk and
Honorable
wait.
Nabila.
So whenever Odongoto is saying, for him the reason he's leaving is not being rewarded with leadership in committees in parliament. That is the case why he's leaving. Now we go to Mbaju and Centenary. I want us to make it clear here. Mbaju and Centenary again have been members of FDC. First of all, Centenary took his nomination at 6:30 when they were closed to begin with. And you saw it. Because he wanted to assume he's above the what? The law. And he took the application late. Two, Mbaju, why he's saying at headquarters he came, he was told that you have to take your form to the district. Why? These people make commitments. Again, Baju...
It was again tossed from the district. There was that ping pong.
No,
you
no,
go to
no,
the district, you come to Naja Nakumbi. They kept on tossing him. But
again, let me make it again. Again, these are members who signed a commitment form. If you had knew that I was going to bring here, I would have showed you Baju has been also one of those who have not really fulfilled their commitments to contribute again to the party. That's why you wanted to run away from Nakasese to come to us. Said, no, go back. But having said that, many of these colleagues of ours had made a decision to join ANT. Now they are fearing that ANT, I don't know what is happening in ANT. Again, they are fearing in ANT. They want to come back to us, to FDC. They want to now to go independent. These are all people who are trying to look for where to start. Initially, they had thought they would make it. Why am I bringing all those? You brought them to tell you that the party which is robust now, with the number you are saying, whatever it is, why would somebody really want to fight at it for it? I gave you this, what is Honorable Nabira's form. This is a forged form. This one was a forged. This was the right one. And why would a member of parliament go and, instead of going to Naja Nakumbi, pick a form, go to one of the Kampala officers, pick, and we decided to go and forge a form? You can see, what we want to do is to do a quick investigation in this matter, and you will see it. Now, the other one which is raising, as he has a membership card, incidentally, those membership card is raising, our membership card are renewed annually. The current card in force is not that one. The current, just go and find the current card. The current card.
The one.
I wish I had come with this. The current card of 1 year, it is written there even 1 year, is a one page, not the one where you fold.
Oh my God.
Membership, by the way you know in law or in anything, membership is annual membership. Unless you have paid for what we call life membership. There is life membership, there is membership for 5 years, there is membership for 10 years, and there is membership for annual and annual, where we pay 1,000 card. The card is showing is 1,000 what? Shillings. If you cannot buy the current one of 1,000 to come here to show on the national TV, it makes that we have a problem.
Okay, all right, let's go to Nagai, because it looks like you're talking about issues of forgery and all that, so that the papers you took, nomination forms, were forged. The Secretary General is denying the form, so really we cannot fold him on that.
No.
He's the Secretary General of the party.
I just say this. When you're dealing with a party that has transformed itself into a clique that want to own all activities, impose statements, have individuals who can be crucified or be made to follow the party constitution, and those who are above it, then you know that individuals feel that if this constitution is what we are following, then the Secretary General should be able to write to members and say, Honorable Nabila, because petitions and why we actually in Parliament, about 8 members of Parliament, I think we wrote to the party that we have ceased to contribute, and we put the reasons. And for me, my reasons, I've said some of them. But Kamara, I'll just make one statement, because we will actually denigrate ourselves in front of the public. We still want to hold some dignity. We still want to be respectable. We also want to respect the people who hold us, you know, in high esteem as leaders. I'll say for one thing, I'm in the Forum for Democratic Change not because I went there to make friends, no. I went there to participate in a process of changing leadership in this country. And in that process, I've gone through a lot. Some I can say, some is actually, should not even be private to the public. That's all I can say. Some should not even be private to the public. And I think some investigative journalism should be done to see why there's a high turnout, especially on women leaders in the FDC. There's a trail of blood that women are leaving behind in the party. Not just simple women, but women who worked hard, even harder than the so-called who have sacrificed a lot for the party. Start from Betty Camille. She was hounded quickly out of the party. Look at our former member of parliament for Kumi district, Agnes Akerol. Look at the independent-leaning FDC who campaigned for the FDC in the whole of Lango region, Rebecca Tengo. She was dealt a bad hand from the party. Look at Alice Alaso, who was the Secretary General. In FDC, these individuals, they either win or you die. Political death. They've wished it on so many people.
This is what I can see. We have a Secretary General of the party, Forum for Democratic Change. We have women MP representing Kampala, senior members of the Forum for Democratic Change. And this is what you put on display. For heaven's sake, if you have never dealt yourself a blow before the people of Uganda, tonight you have done it.
You see, Mr. Kamara.
Tonight, the two of you have destroyed your own party.
No, we haven't. And that's why, when I saw that scenario, it was a very bad scenario of Honorable Nabira saying, taking goons to Najana Kumi to fight. He's saying we have people behind the.
So these people are fighting were ferried by Honorable Nabira.
Exactly.
Oh my God! Why would I fight myself?
No, those ones, and this way our staff who are saying no, you can't bring it.
Oh my God!
Now you see, because she said we have people behind the printer, which is I wish you went there to see a printer. Our printer is closed because the police came and closed it. And
why did they close it?
No. You remember during the 2016 election, that is even one of the things we have gone with police.
There are police reports where individuals who attack. Actually, one time they attacked General Muntu.
No. I think you are making a mistake.
No. You know, some people have silently left the party. But they harm.
Can I make my case? You said
psychological.
All right, Honorable.
Yes. You see, that printer was closed. You remember on the issue when police came and arrested Dr. Yesige, General Muntu, Ambassador Birigwa, when they were trying to tally the results of 2016 election. That's what happened. That printer is closed. 2, where you're saying they are brewing people is an open place where we hold meetings. I have never seen a room when Honorable Nabila is saying we are brewing people there to drink smoke. 3, the people you have mentioned, I can come back to them. Honorable Tengo was the vice chair of a committee. She decided to cross herself at the time when she was the vice chair to go to NRM. In herself, she crossed. Honorable Alaso decided to leave to go and form a party. Nobody chased her. Honorable Akerol, when she lost election in 2011, she decided to join NRM. So all these have not been honored because they were looking for bread. They cannot get. You see, FDC.
Even Anwar?
Anwar left. Where's Anwar?
No. She was denied a ticket.
No, she went independent.
No, because she was denied a ticket.
By the way, if you're in opposition, even if you're independent, you remain what? Independent and opposition. But the moment you reach independent, then you decide.
It's not about.
No. Listen. You wanted to listen. Please listen to me. When you are in opposition and you're independent, you remain independent opposition. But when you decide to leave your independence opposition and join a party, it means your interest, you are supposed to go there. Some people use FDC for price, to increase their price so that they are bought at the higher price. We know it. So, Mr. Kamara, the party FDC, you can see no person has been honored out. Everybody goes on his or her own. And that's why we are in this struggle as a long journey, whereby this long journey, some will fall off, some will join. Those who are determined to follow it will go up to the end. Those will fall off, and that's what happens. And that's why I call always FDC people, and those also in the struggle, that they have to wake up in the morning and say you are with Nandala or you are with Nabira, or you're with you, wake up that you are alone in this struggle to reach the destiny. If Nandala joins you, then you have lightened the way, the journey where you are going. So because people are human beings, we are seated here, you don't know what somebody is thinking in his mind. So you are thinking you're with people together, they are not there. What we have put across of Honorable Nabira, you have not been at the party headquarters since the last
Are you
election.
doubting the commitment of Honorable Nabila to the FDC?
Yes. First of all, the commitment is that document you have signed. 2, participating in party activities. 3, making sure that you promote the image. But they make a case, then you can.
You know what?
They make it.
I'll just say this. The list is unending. The threat and the harassment, Honorable Nandala, you know, being a gentleman is not professed through words. The actions of the individuals who are the party, and especially towards women. There is also a colleague who was there, actually from his constituency, Honorable Femia. That woman would shed tears on the floor because of the treatment. And that's why we lost. She actually just said, you know what, I should leave.
She stood as independent.
No. I tell you, the list is long.
She stood as independent.
So, Mr. Kamara, I
stood
think
if you leave
NTV
the
should
party-
interest itself and look out to some of these colleagues, because this is just a tip of the iceberg. FDC is like an abattoir where political death happens.
So what are you doing in the abattoir?
Why do you doing it? Why do you
no,
come?
no, no,
Why
no.
do you
Fighting
bring
so
your
hard to be in the
nomination form
abattoir?
with 40
Like, I'm not
nominations?
fighting hard.
Yeah, why do
This
you bring-
is a political party with a constitution.
Why do you
Why do you
bring
want
a-
to come and die in FDC?
Let
If
me
it is
tell you.
killing
With 40
But
politicians?
it is about us reforming these parties.
When during election, we
No.
Why are you not there?
The
always?
Secretary General knows that there are issues. I've asked.
Nothing.
I wrote to him.
I have never gotten a letter.
Oh my God.
Give me a copy.
I wrote to you when the issue of payment came up, and we said we have underlying issues where we support a party that eventually comes to support independent candidates. We wanted that cleared. And they don't say the reason why members, especially in the 10th Parliament, put, a caveat and say these issues need to be resolved. Before
So
we
now
just
how
pull
are
our
you
money.
how are you going to resolve this issue? You are the Secretary General. How are you going to resolve
how we're going
the
to-
issues of Kasese, of Gulu, and Kampala?
You see, I've told you, Kamara, FDC has been a platform for so many people, including Honorable Nabira. Now they have benefited. It's up to them to make a decision to abuse the same platform which was put there for them. But the platform will remain there, and more people will come and claim on it to go ahead. For us as FDC members, we are telling the other one, even the public, this is the only party. You see, what you have seen here today, you are the one who brought it. The underlying issues, Honorable Nabira saying, have not been resolved are the following. If we had come here to the public and say, we're suing Nabira because she has not paid member commitment fee, you would say FDC.
So she's a milk cow.
So, we have not, you see, why you are not a milk cow is that you came and you want the same party. You are coming to Najana right now.
No, that party does not belong to you as individuals.
You see, you are coming. Let me tell you, even the Electoral Commission last made a contribution, the government contribution we get, which was about 219 million, in August last year.
And how much of that did I bring into the party?
Please listen. August last year. Today we are in July. You are expecting, we have a salary to pay our workers. The same people which they have Kampala coordinator, we have water, we have security, we have to maintain the place. Now you want at the last minute to come and say, let me tell you, Honorable Nabira, I want to reinstate that even if you jump and go away and leave FDC, if you had the intention that it will die, it won't die. Because we must make sure those who remain, this party was built on sweat and blood.
Whose sweat?
If you came and joined the party.
Oh
when
my
it was
God,
not
when
there.
was it formed?
It was there, you came when
When
you
was
did
it formed?
Don't worry, you got it there. You don't
When
know
was it formed? You know, when people talk about sweat,
First of
this is the politics of we fought in the bush. We did, it's the same,
No, no,
but
no.
being recycled in another way.
It was formed through reform agenda, powerful in parliament.
Should I have been there?
NTF, but I'm giving an example. In the former agenda, you're not there. Now it came and formed. You know what has happened, how people are beaten in danger, how people have been in exile, how people have died. You see, we have seen it grow. And it has been built on sweat and blood. Some of you come, get a clean platform you stand on, you come
so
and abuse it.
So we should owe you gratitude forever.
So now what you have to do, you don't need to come and step in the plate which fed you. If you are fed up of the plate, you move on. Why bring goons at the party headquarters?
Oh my God! Why would I come and escort myself?
Why forge a nomination
Let me tell you, those are serious allegations.
One thing I understand is that you went a day after they had closed the process.
No. I wish she had given you the guidelines for these nominations. The Lord Mayorship. You know why they are asking me where did you pick the papers? Because the whole district, they said, the party told them, the Lord Mayorship is not up for nomination.
You want to run for Lord Mayor?
Yes. And if you see a party that says, we are not interested, I'm the only member of the party who has expressed interest
to run for mayor.
So you ask these good people who are growing a party, that what is your interest in permanently ring-fencing a position to a non-member?
So what do you, when it comes to the Lord Mayor of Kampala position, is it ring-fenced for the Honorable Lukwago or what?
No. I think that's where the government make a mistake. First of all, the dates were known on which to pick nomination. And even road mayors all over the cities, whether Mbale
not for Kampala.
Please, it was there. It was one circular. That's where we go wrong. And you cannot even come. And by the way,
so who in your party is running for Lord Mayor?
We have members that have submitted, but let me make
like which one?
Don't worry, it is our party. If you want to
Secretary General,
yeah, I'm a Secretary General.
You'd be happy to say who so and so because you make them popular.
We have just got the documents.
So who in FDC is running for Lord Mayor of Kampala?
No, we are going to tell the names and whatever, who are the MPs, who are what at a particular time. Why are you asking the Lord Mayor and not asking the MPs?
Because that's a position she's interested in, and that's what caused the trouble.
Yes.
Let me explain again. And you see the data had passed. Let me tell you, we said no, even Semuju, our Secretary for Information, said we're extending it by 7 days, which meant it should end on 14th. Listen to me.
The politics.
Just a moment. Let him conclude.
At least, that's why I'm saying this. Semuju announced on Monday and said this extension has been done for 7 days. And that's how it should end. 7 days does not mean you sit there and add on your own days. Because that thing had ended the other week.
Now, Mr.
Kamara. Let me make my case first.
So now, listen, how do you go to a party headquarters to do an activity whose time has elapsed?
I'll just tell you this.
And with
you know why they're asking, how did you access these papers? Is because the nomination papers in Kampala for Lord Mayorship, do you know that in 2016 we had a candidate, an aspirant, who expressed interest to run for Lord Mayorship? Do you know that this is the same thing that happened to them? They said, this is a no-go area.
No, we know the guy came. What was his name? We took him on. Then eventually, if there was a young man called Chirunda somebody, if he was there and if you asked him, if Kamara, you look for the young man, they are the ones who came and said, we have this candidate. Eventually they came and said, no, we have agreed.
Oh my God.
Is FDC likely to support any other candidate other than the Honorable Lukwago for running for mayor of Kampala?
We have a party. We are going to have our candidates to run.
To run against Lukwago?
Exactly.
Well, we'll come back. We are not running away. Kampala is not going away.
So we
and I think something will, the time will tell. And it's not very far.
So the Secretary General of FDC, you're saying you will be fronting somebody to run even against Lukwago in case he decides to run.
Exactly. And that's why for us we're going to do this.
I wanted that with clarity.
Yes, and that's why for me, why I'm asking all this, whenever Nabira knows where she got the form, is not the right place.
No.
Two, how do you...
No, let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
I had someone... I had someone pick nomination forms.
You signed for it?
No, not nomination forms, and they were signed for.
By who? By
Oh, you want now to go and penalize people? Because they had express instructions.
Now why do you hide? Why do you hide?
Because it was
cordoned off. You are not being a sincere person.
Let me tell you, not all of us.
Why don't you go to your party, pick?
How come?
How don't you go to the
how
market
come
and
to
pick?
be heckled, to be abused?
All right, we're going to take a break now because, and then when we come back, I'll open the lines so that you too can be a part of this discussion. You can call us on the numbers are going to be on the screen and tell us what you think. And please, if you disagree with any of these people, you have to show them respect. If you don't show them respect, as a rule of engagement for you, the caller, and them here, I will not give you the platform unless you show respect. But that does not mean you're not going to disagree, because it's just a fact of life and human nature that we can always disagree. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're watching On the Spot. My name is Patrick Amara. My guest this evening, the Honorable Nandala Mafabi and Honorable Nabila Nagai Sempala, and we're discussing the challenges they face within the Forum for Democratic Change. I'm going to open the lines so that you can be a part of this discussion. You'll see the numbers on the screen. Please call us and tell us what you think about what is going on. And Honorable Nabila, you want to be our Lord Mayor, right?
Yeah.
Why are you changing?
I've served 3 times as a woman MP. Same geographical, same people, and it's time for another woman to take the seat. And I implement some of the areas I feel are not being addressed appropriately.
Have you discussed that widely within your family? Because I understand you could be having family members interested in the same seat.
I don't know about family politics. What I know
what I'm saying, when you get into politics, you of course have to discuss with their own members of family so that you can know.
My husband knows this.
Okay, but you are aware that in your wider family, there are people interested in the same thing.
I don't want to insinuate and insert individuals. My husband knows this, so my family knows it.
What are your chances, do you think?
I'm a winner.
But you have been denied the forms. So what is your next move?
Let me tell you, the decision to stand in any elective position is personal. Before even you think about the platform or the vehicle you'll use. So as an individual, as a citizen, as a resident of Kampala, as someone who has served as woman MP 3 times, I feel I'm ready to be Lord Mayor, and I'm consulting with the community, and I think I have the vote. Yes.
Yeah, but you know that for the last 3 occasions you are using a platform that was helping you also as FDC, and now FDC seems to be in a collusion course.
I was a councillor 2002, 2000.
I know, the first time I met you were a councillor.
It wasn't FDC. So I don't think...
There were no parties there.
No, so I should not be subjected, say, if you don't have this party in what. Ideally, it is about consistency that I wanted the card. But I cannot impose myself when you're being thrown out, when you're being insults are being hurled at you. So sometimes you say, you know what, maybe this has become too toxic for me.
You know, many people are saying that it is people power that has got momentum in this region, especially Kampala. Have you thought about it?
Well, there are forces, because we have pressure groups. Kampala has been a hub of pressure groups. We've had an official pressure group within the party, People's Government, and there's a government within the party. Well, I'm not a member of that People's Government.
We won election, that's why it is there.
Oh my God. Okay, that is something that, you know, is like the Emperor's New Clothes.
Are you aware that Alhaji Nchege Sebagala, whom you referred to as somebody who had ordered Haja Lagide, this time around, he was also interested in the seat of the Lord Mayor?
I think individuals are free to pick nomination forms.
Why I bring this name? Because at the end, in this very show, you said it was so crucial and so important in your first time. At that time, yes. Because I'm sure he still has clout, and he wants the very seat that you want.
Well, let me tell you, whenever I want to go for an elective position, I don't look at the candidates who might or might not nominate. Of course, I don't expect the you know, the mayorship not to be contested. I'm ready, and I've always been, you know, I've never been unopposed. So elections are something that we contest for, and the victor gets the office.
How do you intend to, in case the Right Honorable Lukwago decides to run again as Lord Mayor of Kampala, how do you intend to bring another person, considering that he seems to have worked every time with FDC, even though he's not FDC, every time he's been in the battles together? How do you, again, if he shows interest, and I'm sure he is going to show interest, say, no, we are bringing our own person? That's going to be a very tough call for you as Secretary General.
You see, let me make it clear again, is that in this struggle, FDC is not independent. There are forces whom you have to work with to move the struggle ahead. And that's where you feel that in this area, will this one manage this lock or this one will manage? And that's how you will deal with it. In fact, if me, I want to be state this one. If FDC, there's an appropriate time which will come that we'll sit down and say there are some areas we need to cooperate. I can tell you that is going to happen. And I will state it here without fear of fear, because we will need cooperation to move the process. Why? There are people who are genuinely in the struggle to move. But then, there's the only way you can go to do with cooperation, you must have your cards on the table. And you're not going to cooperate with those whom we believe are going to make the job, the struggle to retard or stop. You must cooperate with those who are moving the struggle ahead. So having said that, that's one who, at an appropriate time, is possible. Now, having said that, as also FDC, we are here getting our candidates. That's why we're not worried that we will not have candidates. Why people are crying for a card? They know, you know, if you say that's bad, it's not good. Why do you go and fight for it? You should leave it and move on. People go, some of them wanted to come and say they are already in other places, they wanted to test us. I've said, yeah, you go. We have got a lot of, you see, she said intelligence. We have also got intelligence information on many of the activities. You know, everybody's action tells you what it is. We have been here. You watch somebody in parliament, what he's doing, you say, is that right or is that wrong? Have I heard well or what? If there are contentious motions, you see people dodging, running away. Where I'm sick, I am not around, phones are off, out of the country, hiding. You know, there are issues. Because, let me give you an example. As the Secretary General of a party, anyone who has to go out, for example, as I'm going to put, you inform your Secretary General that I am not available. But for you to say you have traveled without informing the Secretary General, is not informing, because if you inform the leader of the opposition in the parliament or the chief whip, will come, if you are in a hurry, will inform the party. If we get no information of that nature, we know some of you have run away. Or you are even hiding and doing what? Again, there's a time you need numbers in that house to debate. You look for members and nowhere to be seen. So for me, I'm not surprised that some members want to run away. There are some, you see, even the voters themselves can tell. They have said, I think we don't need this, we need to move here, we need to move there. So having said that, I want to tell you, Kamal, that the FDC constitution is the guiding principle, the guiding document. We have policies and whatever, and we follow them to the letter. If somebody comes here on a national TV and say, we are not following it, and you have not raised it in the party, because you have not come to raise, because we have caucus for MPs of Parliament of FDC, we have in Parliament the chief whip who represents the members to all organs of the party if they are not there, but also the members of FDC who are in Parliament and also members of those organs up to NEC and National Delegates for Conference. So all those, if you have not raised them, then you wait towards an election, you want to come. It clearly shows, for you, you only need the party for election.
Okay, I'm going to open the lines so that we get to hear what Ugandans are saying tonight on these issues. You've seen the numbers on the screen. I'm going to take maybe 3 or 4. Please try to be precise and concise. Don't make a very long statement so that we can get many people trying to express themselves. I have a call online. Hello.
My name is Geoffrey Namode.
Yes, Geoffrey.
I'm calling from Busia.
Okay, yes, you're on air, Geoffrey.
Can Mr. Nandala tell the world who is the FDC candidate for the mayoral seat for Kampala.
All right.
Yeah, so that we can know, because it's not a secret
That
that
is,
if people bring in nomination papers, they are kept
all right.
as a secret. Otherwise, it would be very unfortunate for them to deny their own, even if she has black spots.
Thank you very much, our caller from Busia. Your question was very precise. Actually, I had earlier put the same question to him and advising that saying those names earlier is better because you are trying also to make them popular. We are going to take another caller online. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, ma'am. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Fatima, and I'm calling from the Netherlands.
Netherlands, Fatima, you're on air.
Yeah, thank you.
Talk to us, Fatima. Okay, we have another call online. Hello.
Hello, my name is Rogers Wadada, calling you from Bale.
Wagada Nimbale, you're on air, sir.
Rogers Wadada in Bale.
Wadada, yes, you're on air, Wadada.
Yes, what happens if FDC discovers they do not have anyone who takes nominations for FDC?
Okay, thank you very much. Your question is also very precise. I'm going to take another caller online. Hello. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from?
This is from Ghana.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
This is Jessa from Ghana.
Okay, go right ahead.
I would like to ask, if it is true that the nominations are closed, to vacants who people have
Okay, I'm sorry. The line is so poor. I apologize for that. We are unable to make sense of what we're trying to say. We really want to hear from you, but the line is bad. I think that's poor network on your side or our side, and that is regrettable. Let me take another caller. Hello.
Yes, please.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling Philip from Gulu.
Philip in Gulu, you're on air.
Yeah, I want to just advise the two to act maturely.
All right, thank you for your advice. I'm going to take two more, and that will be it. Hello? Hello? Please, that person, could you cut that person because they are listening themselves and they are just sending an echo into the studio. So I'll take another caller. Hello?
Hello?
Good evening, what's your name?
Good evening, I'm called Steven.
Steven, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Muyenga.
Muyenga, Steven, you're on air.
Yes, I would like to thank Honorable, I want to talk like Tunabira. Yes, this is like the best time to know who the true opposition on our side. You get what I'm saying? Yes. And Nandala shouldn't stress himself explaining to that woman. Because we, the voters, we know who the real people with us. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, you've made your point. Let me take the last call online. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lera. Hello?
Your name once again, ma'am?
I'm called Barbara. I'm calling from Lera.
From Lira. Barbara in Lira, you're on air, Barbara.
I wanted to ask my mother there.
Yes.
That I've heard that she has not been going to the office. Why?
Okay. Thank you very much, Barbara and Lira there. Your question, you wanted to ask your mother why she's not been going to the office. Apoyo matok. Apoyo do. Okay. Well, we should be having concluding remarks, but you have to respond to the questions. Some of them came to you, and you had a question there from Barbara and Lira. Yes, go for it.
Well, I want to thank all the callers because I think whatever is happening should be open because this is a public institution. A political party is open to all citizens who are interested in knowing how we would want to have policies that will move Uganda forward. I've not been going to FDC headquarters because of the environment, the hostile environment. This is not the first time. Actually, you'd have people stationed around the compound to insult you as you're getting out of the car, to hurl publicly insults at you, not on one occasion, but several occasions. The only time that kind of behavior was not tolerated was when General Muntu was party president. He had zero tolerance for indiscipline, for hecklers at the party. And that's the only time that season that stopped at the headquarters. But no sooner had he left office than that culture was reinstated. So I cannot subject myself to such kind of behavior, to put myself in that environment. I choose to stay away until it's very necessary for me to go to the party. We've raised these issues before, but it seems, you know, when you pass at my gate or when you come to my compound and children insult you, of course you're not going to argue with the parent. Say, why do your children insult people? Of course, that's the culture of that home. So I'll leave it at that and say that is something that's regrettable. Maturity, I think, is needed, especially in our political organizations, but also honesty and, you know, to do away with intrigue that is very rife. And the nominations in FDC, I can categorically say here that my Secretary General is not being honest. I'm the only aspirant. As per now, as per yesterday, actually that's why the EC electoral chef said, you know, we've not received, but we are not fronting anybody. So time will tell, but of course there will be a political statement to support that lie, that there are any other aspirants for the Kampala Lord Mayoral race. But that will be up to the party. Of course I'll not, you know, but at least Ugandans will know and it will be on record.
Okay. Yes, it's your moment.
Yeah. No, thank you very much. You know, I'm chairman of this cooperative union.
You have to give us Elgon coffee, but you are digressing before that. We were
I wanted to first of all tell you that you forgot to call me chairman.
Chairman of Bugisu Cooperative what?
Want the NBS to try it?
Oh, no, please, can you say it right?
Just cooperative union. It's called Elgon Pride.
And you want who to try it?
NTV. Sorry, my apologies. Today, you know, Kamara.
No, you have lost your sense of balance now, I think.
Today I've lost, but it's okay. I'm back. I want to tell you this. And I'm telling the public to always drink Elgon.
So I'm going to declare this to the manager
because it's
of NTV. I don't want to be... I'm pleased. This is not Kit Kidogo.
Yes,
this is in public. All right. Okay.
Now, having said, given you the coffee...
But no kind of gloves, even though I have coffee.
No problem. Now, I wanted to put this clear. That you see, as a party, we have a constitution. And as a constitution, Geoffrey said, who is the mayor city, city candidate? I can tell you that as the party, we have a process to continue, and we are going to publish all names once we are done with it. But what is important, in the same constitution, there's a vetting exercise. What is a vetting? If you know somebody has come who was not to say violent, somebody who is coming, supposing you have nominated an NRM who has come in and you know he's an NRM, you can't really allow him to stand or on your party ticket. So that's why this constitution says there's a vetting process. All districts have done, that's why they do the vetting. And they say, no, this member has been with us, but we have discovered he has been acting for the party, acting on a hostile to the party. That's why we send you back to your districts, your whatever. So I want to tell everybody that it will be there. So what Honorable is raising, that she's the only one, she's entitled to it. Because even if you are the only one who had tried, we can look for others to come in. It does not bar us to ask that Kamara come. We have seen you are fit. But the exercise of nomination closed. Now from there is where somebody asks, if you get a candidate not in a place, what happens? Those are the areas now we're going to say, why didn't we have a candidate here? Can we get a candidate? You will go to an office, somebody says, me, I never wanted to go because I have no nomination fee. Me, I never wanted to do what? Because of it. That's how we shall be fielding our candidates.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted to make sure, Rogers, that anywhere where we discover we don't have a candidate, we are going to pick. And that's why I said we need a few, but real ones. Now, Honorable Nabila, I want to thank my mother from Lira, and Philip Stephen from Muyanga saying, don't waste your energy. You see, they are the right people to determine who to vote. You see, I want to state this.
Honorable Nandala. Honorable Nandala.
But let me make my case.
My candidature is not subject to you.
Yeah, but I'm saying this. That's
it's not subject to you.
These are my questions they asked me. Let me answer it. Stephen Muyenga said, Nandala should not waste time. We know whom to vote. That's why I'm responding to Stephen.
No, but you say...
Be patient. Be patient.
Be patient on what?
I am answering questions.
Okay.
That's why the Philip
said... Please go through.
Yes,
because
you see, Philip said, behave maturely. If you are not going to behave maturely when I'm also talking...
Maturity is subject to what you utter out of your mouth.
Exactly. You wait to keep quiet, then respond.
At least I've not told someone to die.
So, but I've withdrawn that.
Yeah.
You can imagine.
Just reminding you that you have also fallen short.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Can you conclude on that?
So I withdrew, and you see, and I've said that the truth is that when you went out, or we are not informed.
No. And also, did you withdraw that?
I withdrew.
You insist, you don't withdraw something like death.
No, have you died? You haven't.
You wish me death.
You haven't. So you must thank God you are alive. And I also must thank God I'm alive.
Oh my God.
So Philip said we behave. It's true we have to behave. But sometimes some of these issues, that's why they said, like say I told you I'm an accounting officer. I have to speak hard issues. And that's why I came with all these documents to confirm to you what type of people I am having.
Okay, our time is almost out.
And that's why I came. So what I'm trying to show you is that I have confirmed that, and my mother from Lirawa says, why haven't you come?
Let me tell you.
Because you left the party.
Excuse
me. So you cannot come. You
have your individuals whom you place to heckle, and that's why some
people
for
Nabila.
Oh, why?
Okay, let me just give you. Okay, there's another question that has come on my phone here, Honorable Mafabi, and it's from a gentleman I can only call as Johnson. Honorable Mafabi is a big liability to FDC. He's one of the proponents against opposition alliance. To him, it's Besige for president or no one else. He's a problem to the party's success.
By the way, Dr. Jessica said he's not standing. Tell him to come and stand.
He'll be forced. He'll be
Dr.
hijacked.
Is not standing for.
Yes, he has a video heard. So why is he not coming?
He'll be hijacked.
And what we're saying that...
So the Secretary General is telling us Dr. Besige has no interest in running for president.
Yeah, he's saying, because for us, let me tell you as a party...
Is that the position of the Secretary General at the moment?
No. Jessica is a member of a party. But I want to state this. We as FDC, it is these issues of COVID and whatever, we as FDC, we pick candidates who go to campaign for 3 months. And now we're saying, how best do we handle presidential flag bearer? How do we do it? When you pick now, they're telling us, you can't do X, Y, and Z. Now everybody is possessed with Dr. Jessica, and you saw what Dr. Jessica said. 1, he's in this struggle, nobody pays him. 2, he's not, and he holds no office. And 3, you cannot abuse his family every now and then for somebody who is in a struggle, not for himself, but for the people.
He'll be forced
by
those same individuals at Najanango.
Don't worry, even if we're forced.
Okay.
But for you, we wish you well where you're going, and I want to wish all those who are living in the party the best.
Why are you wishing me well?
Because
is that constitutional?
We gave you the platform.
Is that constitutional?
Okay.
We wish you well.
Is that constitutional?
But I want to tell members that such people who behave like this,
who behave like what?
We have given evidence that they don't follow agreements. They break
Mr.
them
Nandala,
and we want them
to
follow it very up
you've
to the end.
perfected the art of politics.
No, and
the only way this can be done
so that's why I'm asking
in the next few months.
Yeah, we are going
in the next few months.
We shall sort it out. And
Honorable Nabila Sempala and Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi, we thank you very much for your input tonight, and we can actually see there seems to be some cracks in FDC, but since you are senior members of the party, you will perhaps for your own good try to make sure you patch them up, and so that your party can move again. And there's just one young man in Nikienjeje who says that today he has officially quit FDC because of what he has had between the two of you, and his name is Jordan. So you need to convince Jordan to return. Jordan says he's moving You need the Jordanians not to go. We thank you very much, and thank you for your great company. Good night and God bless you, Gandhi.
Thank you.